Good morning, everyone. I need to tell you another thing. August 2nd, 3rd, 4th, vacation Bible school, already mentioned. But the 4th is nursing home service. So I went to the nursing home, and they're working on to kind of exchange with some other churches. So she'll let me know this week sometime, because we got too much. And I'm doing the wedding that day also. You may know Rayla.
Who?
Rayla.
Yeah.
Joe went sister,
Yeah.
not the daughter, sister. All right, so let's start. It is Joshua chapter 5, verse 13 through 15. Let's all stand as we know the Bible. Book of Joshua, it's like a new beginning. And Canaan land, the promised land. God promised this land. So it was sure thing they will take over this land. But destination we see, but the pathway is so much different, unknown things. So this message is like, what that title? It's ready to take over Jericho. It's ready to take over, claim this blessing. So let's read Joshua chapter 5, verse 13 through 15. And it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho, that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him, with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, Art thou for us, or for our adversaries? And he said, Nay, but as the captain of the host of the Lord I am now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth, and did worship. And said unto him, What saith my Lord unto his servant? And the captain of the Lord's host said unto Joshua, Loose thy shoe from off thy foot. For the place whereon thou standest is holy. And Joshua did so. Let us pray. Dear Lord, we come to you. Dear Lord, we stand in us talking to you, Lord. We are facing the great giant. We are facing this Jericho you promised us, but still seems so far away. So this message may come unto us in our heart. You promised us the promised land. You promised us our destination. You promised us this blessed life. Let us have as a reality. Let us have in our hand in the enjoy. Lord, be with the people who affected the storms. But also we give thanks to your protection hand, safe from the storm. Continue to be with us through the service, through our lives. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Joshua is standing right beside Jericho. It's near Jericho. It's time to take over this great city of Jericho. Walled up, protected, secured this great city. Joshua chapter 5, verse 13, it starts like this. It came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho, city of Jericho. It came to pass. What's it came to pass? So let's go back to the few verses before that, verse 13. Verse 9, then the Lord said to Joshua, today I have rolled away the shame of your slavery in Egypt, and the place has been called Gilgal for this day. You cross the Jordan River. It's ready to go take over this Jericho. But get here, settle down, this called Gilgal, and stay camp, because reason is this. Verse 10, while the Israelites were camped in the Gilgal, all the plains of Jericho, they celebrate Passover on the evening of the 14th day of the first month. What is Passover? Passover was after Egypt. They were trying to exile from that country, the slavery, miserable life, and God gave the instruction. We're going to kill all the men of the land, all the baby. Kill them all, unless you have the blood on the doorpost. So all the Israelites follow the instruction, put the blood stain on the doorpost. And when the God see that blood stain, Lord passed over. That was a protection. And Thanksgiving was given at the place right here, 14th day of the first month, the Passover, the feast. So the next day began to eat unleavened bread, roasted grain of harvest corn from the land. Verse 12. This is the New Life Translation, different word. But it says, no man appeared on that day. The first ate from the crop, from the land, and it was never seen again. The manna, they lived on this manna 40 years in the desert. And it stopped. God is saying, it is time to change. It is time to depend on the past. It is time to change from the past thing you did day after day after day. The new thing is coming. So from that time on, Israel ate from the crop of Canaan. Blessing from Canaan land. So that was what happened. It came to pass. Verse 13. We just read here started. It came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho that he lifted up his eye and he found this man. Against him standing, not only standing, his sword was drawn in his hand. So Joshua would ask him, are you for me or my enemy? Are you standing here? You going to help us? Or you are going to kill us? I'm from Japan. Japanese samurai sword. It was set in the guard. When you pull the sword, that means fight. That means it's ready for the battle. And all the region of the samurai sword, it's like it's a signature engraved on the sword blade. And some of the very famous one, that sword, if you pull out, it will never go back in unless fed by blood. Scary. That's what I heard. That's what I mean though. When someone is pull the sword, standing right beside you, the serious thing's gonna happen. Joshua got scared, asked, are you with us? Are you gonna fight for us? Or do you kill us all? Answer was interesting. Verse 14. This Bible translation said, neither one. King James said, nay. Right? Nay is not the friend, not the enemy. Nay. Neither one of them answer is correct. It said, I am the commander of the Lord's army. Way above. Interesting thing. I see the picture, verse 13, it said, when Joshua looked up, saw man. Looked up, saw man. Now Joshua is getting ready for the battle, taking over this great city of Jericho. It should be exciting. It should be time to go look around all over the place. But on this case, he was not. Looked up means he was looking down first. He was looking down. I worked at the Basel market in Tokyo City for 3 years. You got up like at 4 o'clock, start working 5 o'clock. And when I was age of 19, teenage, get in that busy place. It's just a cart pulling all over the place. And the first time I saw the electric cart. Some of the gas cart, you know, the motorcycle, you just going like that. It's like a forklift. It don't hold up. It's all the vegetable box, put it in, and you pull. I was pulling with the handmade, run. And the electric one is good because fuel, it was bad. Thousands of the market, they are there working together. But the fuel is just, getting smoked up. So they start using electric. So electric one is a scary thing. Right behind you, come right beside you. And some people have, the horn to warn you, but they don't care. And I was 19 years old. I'm, like I said, from a country bumpkin, came over to this busy place. And I'm not careful. If I said, look up, look up. That's what it is. I was looking down myself. And danger is coming, nowhere. Joshua is praying, or Joshua is doing something. Looking down, looking into self. Remember 40 years wilderness. One thing happened. All the generation died down. Joshua's mom, Joshua's dad, Joshua's uncle, everyone wiped out. I don't know, they carried a carcass or what. They didn't have a graveyard. They didn't have a cemetery. We're talking about wandering wilderness. Many things happened. The manna is gone. Lord said that new things start. And Joshua, he followed Moses. And Moses is gone. Now he's a leader. Not following the Moses, but he's the one to lead the whole nation of Israel. So he was looking down, and when he looked up, saw the man. And the man said, I am not your friend. I am not your enemy. I am the one from the Lord Almighty God. Wonderful, yes. So Joshua fell. And asked the question, so what is instruction? I am at your command, Joshua said. What do you want your servant to do? I know this city of Jericho is our hand, but I am lost in my heart. I don't know what to do. Mighty army is in front of us. We are not skilled fighters. So give us a commandment. What do you want your servant to do? Verse 15. Commander of the Lord's army replied. What was the answer? He said, take off your shoes. Take off your shoes. You're going to the battle. Take off your shoes. Okay? But that's what they said. Take off your shoes, for the place where you standing is holy. And Joshua did as he was told. We are facing a giant. We are facing a great divide. It's like Sunday school lesson. Abigail stood up and get between those two. Intermediate, get between. And the truth be found for them. Because of her prayer connect with God's purpose. Same way here. God said, yes, you are going to take over Jericho. Yes, your army will overtake the army of Jericho. Because that battle is not yours. Battle is Almighty God. Already won the battle. Just you take your step. Before you take a step, let's take off your shoes. Because the land is holy. Take off your shoes. Ty, my son from China, coming back, he used to do the special with barefoot. Because I forgot what his name, some guitarist plays with barefoot. Gene never wears shoes, I heard. I talked to someone about recently people. No shoes. That means you touch the ground. Right? That's what the messenger said. You don't need shoes. You don't need between you and the Holy Land. You don't need nothing between you and God's presence. Take off your shoes. You touch directly into God's presence. That you get ready for the battle. That's what he's saying. So we need to open the Bible. New Testament, Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8, verse 31 to 38. Verse 38, Paul stated this: I am convinced that nothing can ever separate us from God's love. Barefooted, I'm attached to God's purpose. I am with God. That's what Paul said. Yeah, I'm in prison. Yeah, I'm halfway dead. Doesn't matter. I'm attached with God because I took off shoes long time ago. Ever since, I'm with God. That's what Paul said. Nothing can ever separate us from God's love. Neither death nor life. Neither angel nor demon. Neither fears of today or worries about tomorrow. I'm guilty of that. Worried about tomorrow. How good to do worry about tomorrow. Depend on God. Let's take off the shoes. Let's feel the presence of God. You are standing holy ground. Your God is with you all the time. Amen. Don't put your shoes between you and God. Not even the power of hell can separate us from God's love. No power in the sky above or in the earth below. Indeed, nothing in all creation will ever be able to separate us from the love of God revealed in Christ Jesus our Lord. He loved enough, gave his life. That is my Savior. He didn't see my life. My life is broken down. So only way to build back up, he said, I have to give my life. He said, I have to shed my blood on the cross. So this Japanese boy may have hope. Hopelessly lost our way. Jesus gave me hope. My Savior, Jesus Christ. And Paul said, even though I'm imprisoned, even though I'm beat to death, nothing can separate me and God. If die tomorrow, I'll be dead. But live with God, God's presence. Nothing can separate me and God. Verse 31. What shall we say then? Such a wonderful thing as these. If God is for us, who can ever be against us? Since he did not spare even his own son to give him up for us, won't he also give us everything else? Who dare accuse us whom God has chosen for his own? No one. For God himself has given us right standing with himself. Who then will condemn us? No one, Paul said. For Christ Jesus died for us, was raised to life for us. He is sitting in the place of honor, God's right hand, pleading for us. Pleading for us. Yes, I make mistakes. Yes, he is hopelessly lost. But give him way of hope. I die. He is pleading right now in the right hand of God's throne. Pleading for you. Pleading for you. Let's all stand.